You got me with a gusher 2 days in a row. Look at this, Mr. Tiny. He keeps. This is what he doesn't like to be filmed, or he doesn't like to be video recorded. But what he does, Mr. Tiny, please come on, show what you do. Chico, go. Okay, Mr. Tiny takes the position of being my little soulmate, and he takes his little paw and he puts his head up against my cheek, and um, he takes the position of pretending like he's my little um, boyfriend. I know that sounds silly, but he's always done it, and that's why oh, ow! That's why I always called him my Don Juan, because Dachshunds, I think, are romantic type dogs anyways. They're very, it's difficult to explain, but it's like they might be somewhat confused as to what their responsibilities are for you. You see, you, you you'll end up with they're motherly creatures. It's like I sit there and I think about how the entire time that I have been this person growing into an adult, I have slept in a bed with seven animals like I am a puppy in a litter. And um, I like it. I couldn't hardly stand to be separated from them whenever I was um, having to practice separating for them because of the surgery. It's like their body heat and the way that they care for me, and I care for them emotionally. I don't think I would have ever made it without them. Um, I have been like, I feel I wanted to give one more video about my emotional reaction. I've gone down, which is something that is rare for me now, unless I've started my period. I've gone down into a cry spell, and it feels like a flood, but it feels like I have been split in half, and I am not sure what kind of um breakup is happening here. Is it because it seems so familiar to me, with the way that song was done, and with all of the bridge connection, and you can think about some of the things that I have done because I listened to the Train album so long. I've gone through these exercises with having built a brick wall myself, taken out a window, um, turning all of my house into a wood house instead of drywall. Um, and with I don't know. I kind of have been giggling about some of the things that Ren does, and I don't know how to feel about that either. Like, I'm like, man, I am like, I'm not sure what's going on here between the way I feel split in half between the past and the present moment, or not even. I'm sort of okay. It feels like I'm split in half in the present about the future and the past with the way what has just happened right here. It's like you just ripped me in half, and I don't. I feel a little bit Well, I'm laying here, which I usually am up before sunrise. So um, I don't know. Um, so I've gone through looking at that Golden Gate Bridge on the Train album. I'm remembering the songs about the Saint Goodbye and uh, brick by brick, we'll build a new foundation. It's basically what that song was about. When I originally wrote the Mr. Blue and Yellow song, I was thinking about Jonathan, but it's like I was extremely, I don't know, like we've gone through. Okay, I thought of that song that I liked about Tom McDonald and Nova did. That was also about, that song was called Goodbye Joe. Then we had Joe from Cambridge University. Then we had Rin doing his Joe with the friend that committed suicide on the bridge. And then, what else? Uh, yeah, the last post that Jordan Peterson put up was um, about Home Alone, the children's movie, and Jonathan would, he liked the the Christmas music from Home Alone. He was the person who took me to um, McMurray University to look at Christmas lights. Was one of the things that we did. So you know, it's like the little excerpt that um you motherfucker that Ren put up before the casket song basically seemed like it was pulled out of my head with him telling me that it's okay to talk about it. But it just, you've seen me get like this before. You've cried with me like this before. And you've said, I remember you talking with me about it before and saying that you talked to me like it was a thing that we experienced together. And that's when I started getting confused. Like, you talk to me like my feelings are also your feelings. And that's something that seemed very connected. All of the things that popped up in your world that were going on in my world have confused me so much that I didn't know if I harmed myself by I just saw a torch in a picture. So it says that when you carry a torch for somebody, that for a romantic relationship that was um, not able to continue or never really got started, and all of those feelings stay inside of yourself, that is what carrying a torch means. Or carrying a torch can mean that you're sharing about yourself and helping light the way for other people. But I don't necessarily understand that when it comes to experience. I can just say that it is hard to explain things which you don't understand. There were so many times that I experienced immense joy inside of my house that I had wondered if it was Jonathan. But when I got on the internet and started looking at Rin, that whole, my inner voice said dichotomy changed. And I thought maybe that things were different than I was assuming. Okay, it's like there's I'm going to talk about a movie, and I don't remember the movie very well, but there was a movie I think with Sandra Bullock who was putting um, letters in a mailbox. I think it was love letters in a mailbox, and then those letters were disappearing, and showing up at like in a different time element or a different location that she was nowhere around. And that it's I don't even know, like I can't remember the movie, but it kind of reminds me of that. It's like I was experiencing this this love that I was creating, and you can see in all kinds of Disney movies how that happens. The princess is all alone, experiencing love by herself. Okay, and then all of a sudden the prince appears, and you have to wonder what exactly is happening about that. It doesn't happen to anybody except for the one who's been pulled away from everybody else, and it's like I don't know. But look what you've done to me, Ren Gill. I'm gonna try and go through the Train album and compare it to the Caskets and see like the then and now feelings and see what I think. But like it's weird because it feels like you programmed me before these things ever started, and so it's kind of like I'm experiencing the emotions of a breakup with a past breakup, except for you've already told me that there was not going to be any breakup because of the the warnings that things are different than they used to be. And there's not going to be any kind of repeat situation. But I'm like, I don't know. Did I already say that I was laughing several times about you putting the uh, the bird and saying you were going to throw the bird in a fire pit? Like, you know what? I would think that you were making fun of me, except for the fact that you've tattooed birds all over your body. And now that I looked at the Train album and saw that bird, I'm like, I don't think that you can make fun of me for all of the things that you have done. I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. So, you know, I feel like I'm terribly unattractive and all this kind of stuff. Look at me. I'm like, oh God. It can't be real. Look at me. But You know what? I'm just gonna let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. Feeling bad about yourself sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Especially when you're feeling your fucking emotional climate got turned all the way up to the extreme. So that is today's expression. And so it goes. It was a very interesting thing that you did whenever I wrote that you can resist or you can bend in a relationship for strength. And then on the chat, you wrote, I will not be doing a Twitch tonight. I don't know, really, if you're just taking my instructions and using them against me, or you're using them in the benefit for us. But, do you love me looking as I do? There. Look at him. He wants to milk my emotions. To a dog, if you were in a gloomy mood, that is heaven for a dog, because you're not. Because you'll, they know that they will get snuggled on if you're feeling a little bit more sappy or tearful. Anyway. You have any suggestions about how you would like me to look for you? I love you.